Today, we're here to recognize two of our fantastic musicians, Amelia Erin and Aaron Roberts. Their band, Seeing Scarlett, was named Best Band in the Land for the 25th Tri-C High School Rock-Off. Amelia, Aaron, how are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. So, what got you into music?
Well, I've always been into music ever since I was like super young. It was always like my thing that I would be doing. I'd be writing songs like second grade, first grade, and just from there it kind of grew to whatever this is, with playing like guitar and writing more songs.
Awesome.
And then
I've been into music since I was like little, and when I was 10 in 5th grade, I figured playing guitar would be cool.
Great.
So,
That's awesome. So how did you guys end up forming your current band? Were you in bands before this, or?
I was in a band before this. It was called Buzzkill, and it had, she doesn't go to this school anymore, but she did. Her name was Nora Chatelier. She would be a sophomore now, but she moved. She was the bassist, and so that was our band. And then Erin joined like right before Nora moved, and so she's the guitarist. And then, but this band takes place at Ron Zeal Guitar Center, which is like on somewhere off Lear Road, like right next to Giant Eagle. And the guy who runs it, Brad, he'll have all these different bands. Like he'll put them together and then practice once a week, and then he'll get gigs for them. And so he didn't really like get us into the rock off. We still had to do all the signing up ourselves and stuff. But he would help us out with like telling us about it and other stuff like that.
Nice. And Aaron, you and Amelia are just part of the band, right? So so is that how you were able to meet up with your other band members too from that experience?
Yeah, so Bella was part of the band before, and then Ethan joined. When did Ethan join? Like a year
little
ago?
bit after Nora left, not too
Yeah.
long. So we were gonna have it like, because Bella played drums before for the band, and then she switched to bass because she plays bass now, because that was like her main instrument. And then she knew Ethan, so she like I guess like talked to him about like wanting to join or whatever because we need a drummer, and he was fine with it. And ever since then, it's just been the band.
Nice.
Yep.
So, what preparation went into all of this? Was it different from, your normal practices, or what went into it all?
I'd say it was definitely different, because we had to like work on our stage presence and everything, make sure that we knew how to perform in front of a bigger crowd instead of just like at a bar.
Any funny stories about that, like trying out different personas and things like that, or?
Well, I don't know, I feel like I was kind of being like not mean, but like kind of more like taking a leadership role in practices more than I usually do.
Yeah.
Just because
You
I
weren't
was
mean, though.
what?
You weren't mean.
Okay,
though.
okay. I was worried about being mean. I didn't want to be like mean to everyone because I was like, but I was trying to push everyone to like performing the best that they could for the rock off because it was going to be our last year and well everyone's last year because Bella's moving soon and then so the band like whatever like probably won't continue but really trying to push for like moving around more on stage, looking at the audience, connecting with the audience, some saying the right things to get the audience more excited about it.
Right.
Just really knowing how to like deal with that.
Yeah. So I mean, was that your first experience really as a band, like live in front of that kind of crowd, or?
I feel like that was one of the biggest crowds.
Yeah.
It's different than our other gigs. A lot of other gigs will be like at bars and like places where people will be seated, but because everyone was standing at the rock off and there was so many people so close to the stage and it was packed.
Yeah. I imagine you feed off of that.
Yeah.
Energy
Oh yeah, for
too.
sure. Yeah. We played at the Lorraine Palace before. That was like the closest.
Yeah, I'd
feel
say
like,
that's the closest. But a lot of people were seated there, so it didn't seem
So it
as
wasn't, like,
big, but
as,
it was a huge stage.
Yeah, it was definitely like a. with all the
That was
lights and
another big one,
everything.
yeah.
So explain your band's style. What kind of bands are you influenced by? What were you going for you know, when you guys were thinking about like how you wanted to look, you know, on stage, your stage presence and all of that?
I'd say there's a lot of grunge influence
Yeah,
and
for sure.
maybe some punk influence as well.
Yeah,
But
I think it like helps that we all kind of like similar music
Yeah.
for the most part. I mean, so we can like agree on what we want to play, and I feel like that's a big deal when you're playing with people to like the same stuff.
Yeah, so was it all covers that you guys have played thus far, or, because I know for the Rock Off you guys played covers,
Yeah.
but was there any ideas of creating original music or anything like that?
we played 2 originals
Okay.
both weeks of the Rock Off.
Nice.
So our set list would go Man in the Box by Alice in Chains, and then it would go into Corkscrew, which is an original, and then it would go into Not Mine, which is another original, and then it would end on Killing in the Name by
Okay.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talked about how that it's going to be difficult for the band to kind of continue beyond this because of
Yeah.
other circumstances. But what do you guys see as your future with music, sort of beyond Seeing Scarlett?
I think for now we're just gonna like try to take as much advantage of like this summer and the gigs we're gonna get from it as we can, and then I don't know about you, but I'm gonna continue doing music like for however long I want to, which will, I don't know when that's gonna stop.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep making music.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
And
mean,
like my own like music melodite on all platforms.
yeah, and I'm sure like probably this experience gives you confidence to continue on and to even go bigger and bolder. Yeah.
Because I didn't really like. I mean, I thought we were good, but I didn't know that like the professional people that were the judges
Right.
would
Yeah.
like
So much
agree.
competition.
Yeah.
Because I always thought it was like fun to perform, and people always loved
Right.
seeing us and stuff. But I didn't
We're
know
having
like
fun,
on like any other level from a different perspective, people would enjoy that still.
Right. Aaron, how about you? Where do you see your music career going on from here?
I mean, I'm going to Baldwin Wallace, so I definitely want to continue it there and hopefully get a career in music after college. And yeah, we're gonna like make the most of the summer and like, as she said, all the gigs, and hopefully still meet up a little after, just.
All right. Well, Amelia, Erin, thank you for your time. Really appreciate hearing about your band and your experience at the high school Rock Off. If people are interested in finding more about your music or want to see you perform this summer, where could they find information about your band, Seeing Scarlett?
But we have an Instagram, Seeing Scarlett _the band, where we're going to be posting any of our gigs that we're going to be having. Then we also have music on SoundCloud. We have just one song on there right now, I think. It's Not Mine, Seeing Scarlett. You can look it up. That's just the one, but we're definitely planning on like uploading more soon.
Yeah.
And like getting a Spotify page maybe and uploading it onto other music platforms.
We're also supposed to play at the Weiss Fireworks July
that
1st. We're on like 5:30, so if anyone
Awesome.
from Avon Lake wants to come there.
Yeah, there's an Avon Lake
Yeah.
local gig
Yeah,
at
local.
Weisfield.
Weisfield Fireworks.
July 1st.
All right. See Seeing Scarlett.
See you.
Yeah.
Amelia Von Glahn, Aaron Roberts with Seeing Scarlett. Find their music on SoundCloud.